Okay, the second question comes from David in Wyandotte. Did you write this question, David?
Mm-mm.
Kidding.
Huh.
Another David.
David's a common name, by the way, Blair. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Oh, I've never, yeah, outside of you, don't know anybody else named David.
Really?
That's a joke.
Okay.
David in Wyandotte says, I have several houses in Metro Detroit that I am currently in the process of flipping. I hold them in my own name, but what do you think the best business structure is for real estate investing? And that's his question from David in Wyandotte. So he is flipping houses in his own name,
Uh-huh.
but he wants to know, what do you think the best business structure is for real estate investing?
Well, first of all, that's the most straightforward question I think we've had in over a year.
Sure.
Right? Just, hey, what about this? Oh, that's good. My personal opinion is really to hold real estate as a limited liability company. That's how I like to hold real estate. For those people who are watching, I'm an active real estate investor. So not only do we, I practice what I preach. I'm a real estate attorney, but also I have the experience of 30 years of being a real estate investor. Okay. And I hold the property as the entities that I own are limited liability companies. And some people will say, well, don't do a limited liability company. You can just get insurance on your property and still hold it individually, okay, in your individual name. So for those people who are watching, if you're not familiar with a limited liability company, it gives you the legal protection of a corporation. It's like a legal shield. However, the tax implications of having an LLC, the tax benefits are you're treated and taxed as an individual. You're not taxed as a corporation, which normally has a higher tax rate in general. Under the Trump administration, the tax rate went down for corporations. Now it's going up. So why would you want to be taxed as a corporation when you can be taxed as an individual? The income that you earn from an LLC or as a limited liability company passes through onto your personal income tax, to your 1040, and you're taxed like a, individual tax rate. That's it. That's the benefit. So it gives you the legal shield, legal protection of a corporation. So the personal liability is not there. It's all corporate liability. So provided that you act and behave and you do everything that a corporation is required to do in the state of Michigan, or if you incorporate, let's say in Ohio, we're licensed in Ohio, if you're incorporated there, you have to act as a corporation. You have to do things that you can't act as an individual hiding behind a corporate, what we call the corporate veil, okay? So there are quite a few people who, just form a limited liability company, but they don't have an operating agreement, which is really important. You need to get, anybody who has an LLC has to have one. They don't keep their records separate from their personal records. They commingle their bank accounts, the personal and their corporate. Doing all those things will allow an attorney like myself, if I have to sue you for something, a company for something, well, if it's not a valid corporation or if it's acting like an individual, then we're going to ask the court to treat it like an individual, and we're going to file a complaint that requests that the court pierce the corporate veil, go beyond the limited liability company right after the individual, and now you're personally liable. So that's what the limited liability company, though, does. It protects you legally and gives you a better tax consequence. You're going to have a lower tax rate, generally speaking. That's it.
Okay. Well, we